Financial fraud has become an unfortunate reality in our modern world. Each day, countless individuals fall victim to various forms of scams, particularly through online platforms such as social media and email communications. It is imperative that we remain vigilant and informed to protect ourselves and our loved ones from this deceitful practice. Today on The Eagle, our focus will be on safeguarding yourself from fraud in the face of economic difficulties. But before we delve into it, the EFCC had lots of events that took place in the Commission during the week in focus, and we will x-ray some of them. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Welcome to another episode of The Eagle.
We are going to tackle financial crimes problems in Nigeria with a human face and a heart of lion.
The EFCC plays a key role in securing national investment and protecting Nigeria's international reputation through preventing and detecting financial and economic crimes. It is in line with the EFCC Strategic Plan 2021 to 2025 and in furtherance of Section 6B of the EFCC Establishment Act 2004, which gives the Commission power to carry out and sustain rigorous public and enlightenment campaigns against economic and financial crimes within and outside Nigeria, that the EFCC organized an anti-corruption concert. At the concert, the EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede assured Nigerians that the anti-graft war he is leading will continue to be broad-based, holistic, and unsparing of anyone linked with any form of economic and financial crimes. Ojochokutami Eche was there and now reports.
The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, at the anti-corruption concert organized to create greater awareness and public involvement in the fight against internet crimes, spoke about the strides being made since he assumed office a couple of months ago and reaffirmed his commitment to an all-embracing, fully integrated war against corrupt practices. He stated that no one is being spared in this fight against economic and financial crimes, and that the Commission's efforts are all encompassing, not just focused on internet fraudsters as is being insinuated. According to him, in the last 2 months, the Commission has arraigned 2 former governors and so many other high-profile cases. Olukoyede cautioned youths against indulgence in internet-related offences, pointing out that the consequences of being convicted for such crimes are grave. The EFCC boss also said that the EFCC under his watch is deeply interested in giving youths a glorious and sustainable future. To this effect, a cybercrime research center is being planned in the new academy of the EFCC. The center will involve youths in in-depth research about the issue of cybercrime, and their energies will be deployed towards profitable engagements. The EFCC chairman further charged youths to embrace hard work, diligence, and dignity in labor, as these are the paths to success.
All of us must come together to agree that this is evil, to agree that this is wrong, to agree that we must fight it. That's why we encourage you. When you see something, I can't hear you. When you see something, one more time. When you see something, when you see people destroying our economy, say something. When you see EFCC saying enough is enough, say something. Don't leave EFCC to this fight alone.
In his charge to the youths at the concert, Minister of State for Youth Development Ayodele Olawande enjoined youths across the country to support the EFCC in its crusade against economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption. He stated that Nigeria's development should have been far more advanced if not for corruption, and challenged citizens not to allow corrupt people destroy the country's future. Olawande urged everyone to come together and fight this evil in the society, stressing that everyone has a role to play in eradicating corruption.
We have made up our mind. This is just to showcase a lot of things that are going to come as quick as possible. We are going to get to the root and crimes of all the country. We have 774 local governments. This is not an exaggeration. If we cannot get there, we will make it federal constituency or senatorial district. But I'm sure that we will still get to over 500 local governments. We have to fight against corruption. We can't continue like this. Our future is in our hand.
Be ready to spend your money. And now to collaborations. The executive chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has called on the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) to always make speedy responses to enquiries made by the Commission and other Nigerians on issues referred to it. He made the call in Abuja while receiving the Registrar General of the CAC, Usaini Ishaq Magaji SAN, who led his management team on a courtesy call on the EFCC chairman at the Commission's corporate headquarters in Abuja. Chinonso Alexander Eni has the details of the visit.
The EFCC chairman, Ola Olukoyede, noted that both the EFCC and CAC are handling sensitive and crucial assignments for Nigerians, a fact that should make responses to public inquiries quicker and better. He stated that the Commission is grateful for the access being provided by the CAC to some information and resources, but craved the indulgence of the registrar to ensure speedy response to all requests and for better synergy. Olukoyede stressed that corruption in Nigeria has become a cankerworm, militating against the country's development, and anything that has to do with investigation and prosecution and other activities that will reduce corruption must be taken as a priority by every Nigerian. The EFCC's boss also assured the CAC team of the Commission's cooperation, stressing that it might be necessary to raise a small member joint task force between the two commissions to improve on synergy and access to information in order to boost investigations.
We want to assure you of our collaboration at every point in time. It's going to be extremely difficult for us because of the nature of the work we do not to even collaborate with you. We need to work together even more. Most of these cases we investigate, both high profile and other form of cases, we discover that we need information from CAC, particularly when it involves corporate bodies. We want to know the ownership of structure of some of these companies and who are the people behind them and all of that stuff. As long as EFCC exists, we must maintain relationship with CAC.
Earlier in his speech, Registrar General of the CAC, Usaini Ishaq Magaji SAN, described the EFCC and CAC as partners. He said that CAC under his leadership has dedicated a desk to attend to EFCC's matters in recognition of the strategic work of the anti-graft agency in Nigeria.
As a result of the importance of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, CAC under my office has dedicated a unit to respond the daily requests of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. Even though we have witnessed migration from the manual to automation, and in achieving that, we provided some access to the Economic and Financial Crime, to the EFCC, to enable them utilize on spot to achieve their mandate.
Magaji also called for stronger collaboration between the two commissions. I am Chinonso Alexander Eni, reporting for the Eagle.
Executive Chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, commended members of the Nigerian Armed Forces for their gallantry and sacrifices in the face of security challenges across the country. He gave the commendation in Abuja while receiving students of the Departments of Intelligence, Security Science and Cybersecurity of the Nigerian Defense Academy NDA Kaduna, who were on a study tour to the Commission. Amina Kawa tells us more.
According to EFCC's boss, officers and men of the armed forces have demonstrated huge courage and made sacrifices to ensure peace and security of the nation. The EFCC boss stated that the undeterred spirit of officers and men of the Nigerian armed forces have sustained Nigeria as a nation in the face of the mounting activities of those who would want disintegration trauma, and turmoil for the country. Olukoyede charged the visiting cadets to imbibe the courage and patriotism of the servicing officers of the Nigerian military and justify the national investment in them by putting the country before self when stepping out of academy as officers. The EFCC's boss, who spoke through a secretary to the commission, Muhammad Hamman Joda, charged the Nigerian Defense Academy (NDA) to continue to invest in training and retraining officers in intelligence gathering so as to meet the challenges posed by cyber insecurity and associated crimes. The chairman assured the cadets of the EFCC's readiness to offer them adequate familiarization with the system and procedures of intelligence gathering, processing, and management. Earlier in his remark, the Dean, Faculty of Military Science and Interdisciplinary Studies, Navy Captain I.R. Saidu, representing the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General J.O. Ocha, said the NDA was in the commission to acquaint the cadets with the necessary tools, equipment, and processes needed in intelligence operations so as to expose the cadets to practical experiences of intelligence operations in the field, align them with the training relevant to global best practices, and meet up with the Nigerian Universities Commission, NEC's requirements that will complement cadets' lectures in areas of intelligence analysis, tradecraft, terrorism, and counterterrorism. EFCC's Director of Information and Communication Technology, ICT, Isa J. Abdullahi, urged the Defense Academy to invest in ICT and brace up with the technologies. He emphasizes the need for social media, digital currency, and equipping the students with the knowledge of self-protection in a digital world. The head Enlightenment and Reorientation, ACE2, Aisha Mohammed, tasked the cadets to be part of the anti-corruption fight. She stressed that the fight against corruption and cyber crimes are for every Nigerian and not the duty of the EFCC alone. Mohammed described the cadets as ambassadors of the EFCC, charging them to help make Nigeria better. She assured the cadets that the commission will inaugurate the EFCC Zero Tolerance and the Integrity Clubs in the NDA. The cadets were given lectures on positive use of social media by Head Public Interface Unit, ACE1 Tori Olurade, Intelligence by the Head Strategic Intelligence Analysis, ACE2 Bello Omar Jalingo, Cybersecurity by Deputy Director Cybersecurity, ACE1 Oko Robert, and on Cybercrime by CSE Daniel Nwaka. They also used the opportunity of the tour to visit the EFCC radio. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Èló lẹ fẹ́ o owó tá máa ń tà lélẹ̀ o owó fẹ́ wọnú lé fún ìnáwó tẹ wá fún owó tẹ máa ná tẹ spray lójú àgbo.
ẹ ń ta owó.
àyíṣẹ́ ti wá nu ohun ojú rẹ̀ nígbà.
ẹ̀yin ò tí ì gbọ́ ni.
pé kí ni.
àjọ EFCC ti dá ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe sílẹ̀ tó ń mú àwọn tó ń ṣe irú nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí tó ń ta owó Nàìjíríà. ẹ mọ̀ pé ó lòdì sófin àti ta owó Nàìjíríà.
àyíṣẹ́ ti wá lélẹ̀ bàbá.
ó lòdì sófin àti ná owó Nàìjíríà lójú agbo káwọn èèyàn máa tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀. gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ló lòdì sófin ìjọba Nàìjíríà.
ẹ bó làwọn ṣe afẹ́ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ ajé tiwa sí bàbá.
ẹ wá ṣẹ́ mi ṣe ni mo tiẹ̀ gbọ́ pé àwọn èèyàn bíi 2 ló ti lọ sẹ́wọ̀n lórí nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí. ẹ jọ ẹ wá nǹkan mi ṣe o àjọ EFCC ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe wọn tó bá mú yín ẹ̀wọ̀n ni o ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ jọ ẹ má kó bá mi ẹ ṣé.
You can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to fraudulent activities by protecting yourself from fraud. This requires a combination of awareness, vigilance, and proactive measures, which could be by keeping your devices updated, avoiding the use of public Wi-Fi for financial transactions, choosing reputable vendors, using multi-factor authentication, and paying securely with your card. Our interview segment today is focusing on safeguarding yourself from fraud in the face of economic difficulties. Goldie Onwura is standing by with our guest to take us through. Over to you, Goldie.
Hello and welcome to the interview segment. My name is Golden Onwura. Today, as Nigerians grapple with the severe economic downturn which has affected every aspect of our national life, it is important to be cautious in the way we conduct ourselves, especially with the issues regarding disclosure of sensitive and personal information and rush for easy and tempting profit-making schemes. This is because many unscrupulous individuals are exploiting this situation to defraud vulnerable Nigerians. Today, I have with me CSE Basi Effiong of the Special Duties Section of the EFCC headquarters in Abuja to talk on the topic, safeguarding yourselves from fraud in the face of economic difficulties. Mr. Basi, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It is common knowledge that, the economy is really tough at this time, and a lot of people have been complaining about how hard the economy is biting. So what is the place of corruption in all this?
Just as you said, that it's common knowledge that the economy is biting. We all know that the economy is biting. And accompanying that is that there has been an increase in price of goods and services, like maybe 300% increase in the prices of goods and services, and no accompanying increase in wages for what we know. So basically, this will lead to a situation where most people would want to look for extra means to supplement their income. Now, that is where desperation comes in. For some who are desperate, they may decide to do things that are illegal to raise extra money for themselves. So it is known, yes, that the economy is biting and things are really difficult out there. You understand? But the issue now is how do you manage and insulate yourself from the effects of corruption in light of these circumstances?
You've talked about the need for people to make ends meet. Probably that's why they go into corrupt actions. So what will make someone so desperate that they want to take something that belongs to somebody else, to add to theirs?
Well, just as you put it, number one is desperation. Number two is, how would I put it, lack of maybe morals. Then number three again, you will talk about greed on the part of the victim. You understand? Yeah, there are most of the times when you hear these issues of somebody being fleeced of their hard-earned money, the stories are usually laughable. Well, maybe I would say for us now that we are used to it, we are used to these stories. But for people out there, you understand, it usually follows a typology. It follows a pattern. You get so three things. You see desperation, lack of morals, then greed on the part of the victim. The victim is so greedy that once they hear any offer, anything you are told that seems like, most of the times, it's even usually too good to be true. That is the thing. Most of the times, they come with offers you cannot resist. And usually, when you hear those offers, they touch that greedy side of the victim and now use that. And the main target is not even to even give you that. It is the main target is to just get that money out of you. Once that money is gotten from you, they have achieved their goal. The remaining thing now is for you you now start struggling on how to recover whatever you have lost. Maybe at that point in time, you start going to the EFCC, start going to the police, and they will start investigation, which will take some time. Thereafter, after that, even when the money is recovered, maybe not all will be recovered, because for him who defrauded you now, he must have used part of that money to solve his own problems. So these are the issues.
Let's be specific about the kind of crimes that people experience or fall victims to at this particular time. Can you mention some of these crimes?
Yeah, there are. The thing is, there are typologies to prevailing crimes at any point in time. I would say during the COVID time, most people fell for scams that were related towards maybe palliative, giving palliative and all of that. The stories then was that, send your details. They are giving out monies, they are giving out palliatives, send your details, and once you send, maybe they will use those sensitive details, hack into your accounts and do all of that. For now, the typology that is prevalent now is the investment investment kind of scam. What they will tell you is basically that if you have 1 million naira, or if you have money, bring it. We are promising you maybe 10% returns of an investment monthly. And once you have withdrawn your 100%, you would be giving back your capital. You understand? Now, most people now, truly, the economy is biting. Most people, once you hear that, you will naturally want to invest so that you can earn, you understand, an extra income from there. You get, but the thing is, there is no business that can give you 10% returns every month. No business, it's not possible.
What is the EFCC doing to, ensure that people don't fall victim to this crime or to curtail this, problem?
Well, the EFCC is doing a lot. And I think the recent, with the appointment of the chairman, the executive chairman recently, you would recall that at his screening in the Senate, he said that his own focus was going to be based on prevention, you understand? And that he found out that prevention was saves a lot more than investigation, recovery, and maybe assets. This thing, that a prevention, you would spend like only about 10% to do preventive. Then severally in his inaugural meetings with staff here, he has always maintained that his own strategy for the fight of corruption was going to be mainly preventive. He has said that, he has not hidden that. He has also, I think, enjoined even management in the recent retreat. And that is, in terms of enlightenment, what we are doing now to the EFCC. You can report via a written petition. You can report via the EFCC Eagle Eye app, which is on Android Auto, on Android and on Android App Store or Apple App Store. You can, via that app, you can make your report to the EFCC, and basically actions will be taken. Then there is the investigative. Once these cases are reported, they are investigated, and in most cases, when recoveries are made, they are returned back to the victims. So basically, this is basically what EFCC is doing.
How can Nigerians protect themselves from falling victims of this crime? What is your advice to people on what to do or how to safeguard themselves?
The first thing I would always say is that if it is too good to be true, then it's too good to be true. If anyone approaches you with any proposal whatsoever that sounds too good to be true, then you should be very careful. You should be very careful. You should know, you should carry out, confirm, do all due diligence you can do before, because I would not stop you from investing. That is the truth. I would not stop you I wouldn't tell you not to put your money where you feel. But once the offer is too good to be true, then do all your due diligence before you invest, to forestall a situation where you will fall victim to any scam.
According to Robert Schuller, history teaches us that every problem has a lifespan. No problem is permanent. The present hard times will certainly be over, but in the meantime, we must be alert so we do not fall into deeper economic woes through our own carelessness and greed. That's it from the interview segment. Back to Aisha.
Thank you, Goldin, for that interview. Remember, vigilance and awareness are our strongest defenses against fraud. By actively educating ourselves and those around us, we can create a safer digital environment for everyone. Spread the word, stay informed, and together we can mitigate the risk associated with creating people who seek to exploit us for their personal gain. Say no to all forms of economic and financial crimes. And that's how we end today's episode of The Eagle. Until we come your way again, keep sending in your messages, your enquiries and suggestions to info@efcc.gov.ng. You can also call us on 0809 3322644. Don't forget to use the EFCC mobile app, The Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. Also remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations of the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. And also listen to EFCC Radio 97.3 FM, the voices against economic and financial crimes. I am Aisha Mohammed. Before I go, remember, corruption is a curse for any nation. We must work hard together to prevent it. Corruption is not fair. Oppose it always. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye and God bless Nigeria.